wife.
Yes, that's all very well,
You
but
put your book to get out.
Yes, but darling, that doesn't answer the question. The question is, why haven't we made love in the last 5 years?
Well, used to laugh too much, maybe.
Laugh.
Yes, whenever we start to make love, you start to chuckle.
Oh, I would, wouldn't I?
Yes, you chuckle.
Yeah, yes, because the whole thing struck me as sort of absurd when you think about it. I should learn to control myself. I'm sorry.
Don't be gay. I was just as bad.
Did you chuckle?
No, actually, I cried.
I don't remember you crying.
Well, I'd whimper.
You would, wouldn't you? Yeah, you'd whimper. Yes, I remember now.
Yes, I'd whimper. I felt so bad, making love all these horrible things were going on in the world. I mean, Vietnam, urban blight, all that. I just felt so guilty.
And I felt so absurd.
Yes, you chuckling, me whimpering.
So we gave it up. Well, there it is.
Yes, but now there's this.
Keep it.
What?
Keep it. Bear it. Give it my name. But act as if I'm its father.
Sweetheart.
Oh, I've wronged you. Now let me make it up to you.
But I'm partly to blame.
But I'm the man.
You certainly are. You certainly are the man.
And now I'm afraid I need to prepare for my class.
Yes, and I've got my meeting.
But you're not satisfied.
No, I am.
Darling, we've been married 10 years. You're not satisfied.
You've got your class.
But my wife comes first. What is it?
I'm embarrassed to even bring it up.
Come on, come out with it. Tell Daddy.
What if this turns out to be black?
Black.
Black, or at least mulatto, depending on how the chromosomes line up.
I see.
I mean, can you still act as its father if it's black?
Yes, well, that does quite put a different complexion on things.
Funny.
That's a horse of a different color.
I'll make it awful. Cut it out. Try to be serious.
Black, eh?
Well, I should have told you before.
Oh, no, I should have assumed.
It just slipped my mind, I guess.
I'm glad it did. Says something for America these days.
Yes, but it's still a problem.
Yes, yeah, in this case, it is. So, let me think about it. Well, I could still adopt it.
How?
Well, we could tell the world that you had a blue baby, which died, and we adopted this one at home.
Sounds awfully complicated.
Oh, I know it.
Awfully gross.
Oh, I know.
Besides, the real father might object. He might take pride in it himself.
Need he know?
Well, yes, he'll see it after all.
You mean he'll continue to come around?
Yes, after I'm home from the hospital and people are making love again.
I see.
So that pretty much puts a damper on the whole adopting idea.
Yes. You know, darling, sit down.
I can't sit down, you're there.
Sit down.
Sit down.
No. Don't look at me, darling. This is going to be hard for me to tell you and, well, hard for you to hear.
Okay, I won't look at you.
Now, first off, I've been lying to you this evening.
Lying?
Lying. I don't have an evening class. Okay? I don't believe in evening classes. I never have. The classes that I say meet in the evenings actually meets Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 10 a.m.
I see.
Yes, you see, or you're beginning to. These evenings when I say I have my classes, I don't actually go anywhere. I leave out the front door, of course, but really leave. Now, so what do I do? I'm sure you're asking. I make my way down to the cellar by means of the bulkhead. And down there, I've hidden certain things. Hidden some black makeup, a complete change of clothes, a mirror, and a woolly wig. Now, what do I do with these things? I'm sure you're wondering. Now, darling, I set the mirror up on an adjacent water pipe. I strip down into the buff. I daub myself with that black makeup. I glue on the woolly wig. Dress myself up, and I reappear to you. Yes, me. You see, darling, I am your dark lover.
But why?
Because I wanted to make love to you, and this seemed like the only way to do it. I know it sounds implausible, but remember how I played a fellow in high school and I somehow managed to pass? I mean, you have to admit it worked.
Yes, it worked.
So there we are.
I must say, I'm somewhat stunned by all this.
I know.
Somewhat surprised.
I know. Now, try to assimilate it while I'm gone.
Gone.
I'm going down to the cellar.
Put on your costume?
No. To burn it.
Burn it.
Yes, you see, the mask is off. Any attempt to wear it again would be stupid. I would be a self-conscious amateur. So, I'm going to destroy my role. And when I come back, darling, I want you gone.
Gone.
Yes, gone. Darling, this urge to love you is still in me, and I don't know what oblique form it will take next. I might appear to you with a whip, or wearing riding boots, or dressed as a woman. You see, give my child a normal home. Go.
Normal. What is normal?
You are normal, my love.
Me?
Yes.
How little do you know? Sit down. I have a tale to tell.
Nothing you could
Sit
say.
down.
Nothing you could
I've
say.
known all along you were my dark brother.
You've known.
From the beginning.
But how?
When you said you scheduled some evening classes, I became suspicious. So when you left for your first class, I followed you.
You followed me.
Followed you. I followed you to that tacky theater supply shop downtown where you bought your disguise. I followed you back here, followed you into the cellar. Once you changed into that poor, pathetic imitation of a Negro.
You spied on me.
Yes, I spied on you. I spied on my own husband. But when I saw what you were doing, when I saw that you were doing it for me, my heart went out to you. So with great anticipation, I ran back upstairs, eager to receive you. But I dimmed the light so you wouldn't know that I recognized you.
I thought you were being romantic.
I know you did, darling, and I let you think that, but no, it was simply so you wouldn't know that I recognized you.
You said you loved me.
I was only pretending. I really hated you.
Hated me.
Well, hated myself. I felt so guilty. All my sexual acmes magnified, as it were, by a gallery of mirrors. I wanted to whimper, as I did with you when you were white, but I had to stifle my own sighs. Worse, I had to pretend, to fake the most authentic experience a woman could have. So when you left, finally left, I lay on the bed with my arms folded across my breast like a stone carving on my own tomb. And it took all the energy I had to get up and greet you at the door when you turned from your supposed class.
So, for the last 5 years, you've really been through hell.
No, after that first ghastly evening, I suffered nothing.
You mean you grew accustomed?
I mean, I wasn't there.
You weren't there.
No.
What?
I got a substitute.
Oh my God.
What do you mean?
a woman who looked kind of like me, same hair, same height, roughly the same age. And so I approached her and asked her if she wanted to sleep with a Negro. And obviously, she said yes.
Naturally.
And so for the past 5 years, this good woman has come here and pretended to be me in the good life.
So then, whose is that?
While you were in the cellar and this good woman has come here to prepare herself for you, I went off with a real Negro. There it is in a nutshell. When you were down there, he pulled up in his Cadillac, he flashed his lights, and we went off into the blackout. There, while that soul music pulsing around me, we made love on an old, dusty mattress. Love which, for the first time, I could finally give myself up to, since I felt like with him, I was expiating not only my own guilt, but the guilt of all Americans.
So then, he is the father of that?
No.
No.
No, even he wasn't enough. So I betrayed my lover for his friend, and his friend for another, and so on and so forth, with Mexican Americans, Puerto Ricans, and Indians on the leaf. Darling, for the past 5 years, I've given myself up as an ecstatic white sacrifice to anyone with an income of less than $5,000.
So then, the father of that is...
Social injustice on a large and general scale.
See.
You see? See the problem?
Yes, I see. But I... Okay, darling. What would you say if I told you everything you've said excites me?
Excites?
Well, sets my blood boiling. Gives me weird frissions of love. Lights a lurid light in my own loins.
Really?
Darling, what would you say if I told you I wanted to take you upstairs and ravage you with the reading light's full blaze?
And say, do it. Let me add this. Let me add that a woman, too, is capable of weird desires. I want to experience the strange, stale courtship of bourgeois married love. They say that Americans in Paris, surfed by all the rich food, yearn for the simple hamburger. So it is for me, for you, tonight.
I see.
But there's this, there's still this.
Oh, no, that's no problem.
No problem.
No. See, that's just the starting mechanism. Now that the motor's going, we no longer need the starter.
I fail to follow.
Well, it's not really a child you have in there.
Not really, child.
No. You see, it's a balloon or a bladder or an old beach ball.
It's a baby. I'm practically positive.
No, here. Let me show you. Darling. Ha-ha! Touche! You see? That's no problem.
We awful.
Well, you started it.
Well, yes, but you started the last one, so it's my turn.
Yes, well.
Shouldn't we see a psychiatrist?
Why? We're happy.
But we're so depraved.
Depraved.
Quiet, you wake the children. No, Tarzan. White men don't get their way by force. No, Tarzan. White men court their women.
Yeah, no.
No, Tarzan.
No.
You understand what I'm saying?
No.
Complicated.